They were closing in on this oddball character in the middle who was like an anthropomorphic dog whose face wasn't in silhouette and had a desperate and scared expression. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Let's Dream Podcast. This is going to be episode 46, and I'm your host Lee.
And I'm Casey Lucid. Hello everybody.
So today we'll have another episode of Dream Stories for you all. Yeah, so remember, these are awesome stories that readers and viewers submit to us on the Reddit. And if you guys want to do that, then hop onto the Let's Dream subreddit and leave us a message, and we'll look forward to it.
And this time we have a lot of really kind of fun, short dreams that people submitted to us. So thank you to everybody that has been sending those to us. So we'll get right into it. The first one is from user Dorian_Reichster2. And they say, I'll make them short and simplified so you don't have to read the Bible. And I think maybe they're referring to some of the really long dreams that we've had in the previous episodes, which either or is fine. We love hearing dreams of all lengths.
Yeah, so I want to make clear, like, we love long dreams. They're so detailed, so awesome, so long. What I have a problem is with, like, if there's a flat wall of text and no punctuation or periods. Yeah. Well, it doesn't need punctuation, but like at least periods. Oh man, it's hard. Yeah,
that is definitely a challenge to read a long dream with no punctuation. But anyway. So basically this reader had about 9 different dreams, and they're all very short, sweet, and to the point. So let's see. Number 1, giant wasps invade Earth. So humans have to burn their cities to drive them insane with the smoke and win the war. Number 2. On a white tower lives a king, and underneath it there is a gray city. A foreign army invades with Mongol-like hordes. The tower somehow creates a shield for the city. Okay. Number 3. A man takes a mysterious taxi that only appears sometimes in the middle of the night, and the driver takes him to a strange secret part of the city where there are bizarre buildings with unconventional shapes. Interesting. Number 4. A group of specialized soldiers is sent to a strange planet to investigate its life forms. They discover that beyond its surface, kilometers and kilometers of irregular massive tunnels are the structure of cities. Very cool. 5. A new game is released where players can fight each other within different eras, but experience it as if it was real. The game is very popular, but many don't know that PTSD and other psychological side effects are taking toll on the players. That could be a cool story.
That sounds like a, Black Mirror episode? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that would totally be a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah.
Very cool. Number 6. A group of friends roleplay as to being warlords on WhatsApp. Things get very tense when they discover that what they say in the chat happens in the real world immediately afterwards. Also a Black Mirror episode. Number 7. A 6-legged horse tells poetry on the court of a Chinese emperor. People clap and sing every time he finishes one.
That's hilarious.
That's very hilarious. Number 8. A man wakes up in the snow and walks in a very harsh snowstorm. He then sees a black cabin in the distance. Upon arriving, he's received by some people who tell him that they're the last people left on the planet. Everyone else has gone to other worlds. Kind of creepy. Number 9. The Roman Empire faces an army of Nazi zombies. That's it.
Nice. I like how a lot of these are like kind of politically themed.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna guess that like this person loves history, or at least is very knowledgeable about it. My guess.
Yeah, and actually I did sketches of a couple of these. They'll be up on the Instagram for anyone that wants to check them out.
Oh, and we're gonna start putting a lot of the drawings onto YouTube as well.
Oh,
and you hear our thoughts on those.
That's right. Yeah.
The next story is from user Salil. I had a dream recently about a pale light blue castle in the shape of a cube, but with dozens of small pointed towers on the top, like the ones in the story Rapunzel, all different heights and in the same pale blue color. It was all intricately detailed, but the castle windows at the cube part looked to be common house windows, just not see-through. The castle was shiny and somewhat reflective. It was almost like it was made of metal. It was stunningly beautiful when the sunlight hit it in a certain way. To the left of it was a normal White Castle restaurant. LOL.
Nice.
What do you think of like having such a magnificent view next to something so real life and mundane?
I would say that's perfect dream logic. That's like, yeah, I love that. Okay, so the next dream is Russian Spy 750. So they go, I had a dream where I saw myself, like in the third person, scaling a giant brick wall with no end to either side, left nor right. I had wings, but they were broken and shattered, sort of like glass. I wasn't using my legs to scale the wall, only my arms, but rather my legs were hanging as if they were paralyzed and I was using my arms to climb up the wall. Every vein in both my arms were visible through my skin. I was also only wearing green. I never knew why or to where I was climbing.
That's awesome. Yeah. And if you're a rock climber, that's called canvassing. You're just canvassing the wall. Because you're so freaking strong and beautiful.
I actually made an illustration of this one. I like this one a lot. It's up on the Instagram, I'm pretty sure. So that's an interesting one. What do you think that means?
I'm gonna take it very literally. Green means go, and there's a obstacle in your way, and you're gonna freaking climb it with your hands.
Nice.
Without using your whole legs because you're freaking awesome and cool.
Nice. Just strong arm the obstacle.
Yeah, pull up all the way to the top, however big it is.
Nice.
All right, so the next story is from user Kentucky Fried Children without the N. Kentucky Fried Children. Oh my god. That is hilarious. Alright, so it goes, I was walking down some alley as part of a small squad of police. We came across a mural that had a bunch of silhouettes of Mickey Mouse characters, uncannily reminiscent of one of those daycare walls or children's menus that are just plastered with characters, especially Mickey's, with one at the very side being large and incredibly buff. They were closing in on this oddball character in the middle who was like an anthropomorphic dog whose face wasn't in silhouette and had a desperate and scared expression. One character who was closer to him than the rest was a Donald Duck in silhouette, like the rest, but with an axe. Wow, that is, I wish they were fried, honestly.
That's, I don't know why, but I wouldn't expect anything less from a user with the name Kentucky Fried Children. That was cool. I also have a sketch of this one that's up on Instagram. It's a very interesting image because it looks like all the Disney characters are like kind of swarming and about to murder this one.
That's what it seems like, man. It's freaky.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that with us, Kentucky Fried Children. I love reading all the different usernames. That's like half the fun.
God, people are so creative.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes. But okay, so the next one is from user KShark12. One night, I had a dream where I was driving through the city from Mirror's Edge in a standard cart from Mario Kart. I went into this park and saw Roxy Lalone and pulled over to say hi when she handed me a Nerf gun and held up a target and told me I needed to hit the target. But it was really hard to aim because the Nerf gun was controlled with a PS1 controller and I messed up and suddenly the ground we were standing on collapsed and everything was hit by a wave of darkness. Then lights came on and we were in a coal mine and started having a minecart race with an imp from Doom when a giant green robot started chasing us and I found a Beretta M92 on the floor of the minecart and started shooting at the robot, and then my mom woke me up. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happened in that dream.
Man, this like person play like 10 different games in like a span of like 18 hours.
Man, that was great. I made up
That's crazy.
I made up a drawing of this one too, and the user said it actually came up pretty close. So check it out. Yeah, it's up. I think all of them are up on the Instagram. So, but yeah.
Awesome. The next story is from Peasoup Number. I was sitting on my bed doing homework, and the rabbit costume man was staring at me menacingly in the corner. Me, in this dream, somehow knew him, but I was very scared of him, obviously. I tried to talk to him and be nice, so he wouldn't kill me. Then I got so freaked out that I threw this little keychain that was somehow connected to him, like maybe he was possessing it or something, and I ran out of the room, and it was suddenly daytime, and everything had this gray and unsaturated undertone. I saw my mom sitting on a step, so I ran to her and tried explaining to her that there was this rabbit trying to kill me, and she just turned her head. She was very pale looking, and her face just looked very scary. She was holding this little knitted voodoo doll of me. She said, "What, you don't like the doll I made you?" I don't really recall what she said, but I remember thinking after I woke up from the dream that it felt like there was an undertone to what she said. But then I woke up and started crying because it was just so frightening and real. Oh, jeez.
Oof, that one was very creepy.
That's rough. Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
Man, why is it always like clowns or like a weird creepy rabbit thing? Like,
yeah, it always seems to be like or like a teddy bear. I don't know, like something from like
for like kids, right? Made for kids or something, right?
Yeah, I think it's because, you know, kids have such a great capacity for creativity and imagination that it kind of almost like when you see something scary like that, it brings you back a little bit. It reminds you of what it used to be like to be a kid, and you can see those things in a different way. So I don't know, but the drawing I did of this one is really freaking creepy. The person Peasoup number said it was pretty spot on.
Oh man, did you make the person cry again? Shame on you.
No. Honestly, like a lot of the people, when they see creepy things and I draw them for them, like when they see something scary in the dream and I draw it for them in real life, a lot of them say that somehow it helps them like get over it a little better.
You should tell them to print it out and rip it or burn it or something.
Yes, actually.
And see how they feel afterwards.
Actually, so this was a while ago. This is probably like a year ago, but this guy had a recurring nightmare of a giant, like, peeking into his house from the outside and like breaking his arm into his house and like grabbing him and crushing him and killing him. So it was like a recurring nightmare. So I drew it out for him, and that's exactly what he did. He said he printed it out and burnt it, I think. And he said it made him feel somewhat empowered. So it's it reduced the nightmare instances. So it's an idea.
Yeah, try that Peasoup number. And let us know how you feel after it, because I'm very curious. And that sounds awesome. Also, like, creepy things, like, if you Google how, like, the first Mickey and Minnie Mouse costume, those things are creepy as hell.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah, there's definitely something creepy about kids' things.
I want to burn them, you know.
Especially older things. But anyway, let's see. So the last dream that we have for the day is from user Building 50. Very interesting username. So they write, "This was a legit dream I had, not messing around. I dreamt that I was a flying metal rod about a foot long with those wings you would see on a stereotypical angel. I was flying above a swamp with tan-colored water and sparse and leafless trees scattered around. I was fleeing this buff, anthropomorphic crocodile in one of those boats with big fans on the back, and I was trying to get home to a candy house like the one from Hansel and Gretel."
That's amazing. Every time, like, the dreams always, like, anthropomorphize or, like, put a bunch of crap from reality or stories together in your dreams, and it's like, you get this. Yeah, no, I just love, like, reading through this one. It's like, that's part of the appeal of dreams, I would say. It's like, at any moment while we're reading them, it's like they could take a hard left turn to somewhere completely different. Like, I was reading it, and they were like, okay, they were being chased by an anthropomorphic crocodile. I did not expect them to end up with trying to get to a house from Hansel and Gretel. I like how this person was like, "This was a legit dream, guys. I'm telling you, I'm not messing. It sounds ridiculous if you say it out loud, right? To like someone, and they just look at you crazy. Yeah, no, I agree. But it's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so that's all we have for you today. Hope you all enjoyed the dreams. Let us know your favorite one down in the comments. As always, we are always on Instagram, Twitter, mostly on Reddit, and you can always message us there. Please do send us a message. We love hearing from you guys. And thank you guys so much for your awesome, amazing dreams. We're always having a great time reading them. And we will see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.